I decided to complicate my life. I decided that I'm leaving this beautiful condo that I bought a few years ago in the West Loop in my favorite neighborhood in Chicago. I redid everything. Look at those blue cabinets. Redone. Countertops redone. Floor redone. Everything redone. That's a nice carpet in the bedroom there. Everything was redone thanks to my girlfriend Kathy, of course, for coming up with a lot of this stuff. But, man, I'm going to miss this place, and I'll get to that in a second. But my huge, beautiful shower, bye. I'll never see you again. And most importantly, no! My beautiful toilet with the bidet. Yes, I'm out of here. There's the 2015 Chevy Impala LTZ. I did say Z. It's not an LT. It's a Chevy Impala LTZ. 2015. I'm leaving Chicago, the city I was born in. My whole family lives there. My girlfriend lives there. But I'm leaving. I'm going to California. I wanted to go to California with some of my stuff, so I decided to drive 2,013 miles with my girlfriend Kathy from Chicago to Sacramento. It's a very boring drive. That's a spoiler alert. Very boring. The first state we went through, Iowa. God, don't drive through Iowa. If you're going to go on any kind of a road trip, if you could hopscotch over Iowa, that would be good. But thank God, at least they had the world's largest truck stop. You should stop here, Iowa 80. If you're going through Iowa, again, there's nothing to do in Iowa. But if you go through Iowa, you might as well stop in this place. There's all kinds of stuff there. There's food, bathrooms. I think you could shower there, which is weird to me. All these stops. We stopped at so many gas stations on this road trip. They all have showers. This is some kind of museum, too. The trucking museum. And trucking shirts, of course. Of course, there's a lot of USA shirts. Trucking. Like, who would wear that shirt? A shirt with a truck on it that says rubber duck or something? Race car shirts. Another truck. Like, do these dudes turn and burn, man? They sell belts. They have boots. All kinds of stuff at this truck stop. It's the biggest truck stop. There's more boots. Lots of boots. I guess truck drivers love boots. $200. God. Seems like a lot of money for a pair of boots. And then for some reason, they had Leonidas from 300 helmets, which was weird. Tonight, we died in hell! And yeah, you feel like you're in hell sometimes when you're in different truck stops. But they had all of them. If you're a fan of Leonidas and 300 and the Spartans, you could get a helmet for about $107. And there you go. Breaker 19. Breaker 19. This is Sugar Bear. And then back on the road. And this happened a lot on this trip. Back on the road. Back on the road. Back on the road. And guess what? We went through another boring state to drive through. Nebraska. God. Iowa. And then Nebraska, the two worst states to drive through. I mean, I've now drove through a lot of states. At least they had cows, right? It's nice to see some cows. It's nice to see something. Because most of the drive, you see absolutely nothing. Then it's terrifying at night, right? Because I think one of my lights is a little dim, and they said it would be like $1,000 to fix it. So I was driving, putting on my brights all the time. But we finally left Nebraska, and we hit another state, another very boring state to drive through, even though they had better scenery. Of course, I'm talking about Wyoming, a state that I never thought in my life that I would be in. Why would I ever go to Wyoming? But that was the next state. We're driving to California, and yeah, a whole lot of nothing. That's what you're going to see on this trip. A lot of nothing. But, you know, it looks kind of pretty, right? Looks like something you would see in, you know, some kind of greeting card or something. At least these mountains were pretty, right? Something to look at. They had some mountains, and yeah, just more driving. A lot of driving. At least it was daytime, because at night, I'm terrified. And like I said, my light doesn't work that well. This is pretty cool. So you have the mountain there, and look at this. This is scary. Here we go. Oh, no! Oh, God, good God. It's like The Dark Knight when Batman and the Joker were chasing each other. That's how it felt, but thank God you could see the sun. We're going to make it out, I think. Yes, we made it out. That's pretty, right? Look at those mountains. Very nice. And then we drove through the prettiest state probably on the entire drive, which was Utah. And of course, I got the least amount of footage in Utah because I'm a moron. But there's the Utah sign. Hi, Utah. You're very pretty. But let me tell you why I'm taking this drive to California. I love radio. I grew up listening to a radio station called Rock 103.5 in Chicago. It's still the greatest radio station ever. I remember Mancow was in mornings. He would have Kiss in studio. I was like, I don't know, 13, 14, 15, 16, and I would drive downtown or take the train trying to meet these bands. I remember Rock 103.5 did a promotion called Lunch with Megadeth where they gave out tickets. You had to go to a record store to get the ticket, and then at noon, they had a free concert, Megadeth playing at the Metro in Chicago. And it's stuff like that I'll never forget. And that's what I want to do. I want to create moments for people the same way Rock 103.5 created lifelong moments for me. As you can see, we're driving through Arizona now. We took the shortcut to get to Vegas. Well, not the shortcut. We took the long route. But anyway, 98 Rock is one of the greatest rock stations in the country. Get the free Odyssey app. You can listen to me 3 to 7 p.m. Give me a shot if you've never heard my show before or never heard me do anything. I think it's going to be great, and I'm really excited to be there. And we're headed to Vegas. But before that, you have to go through these terrifying mountains, which are so scary. I might be a little bitch, but I don't like driving through mountains, especially late at night. But there it is. You see the lights? Vegas, baby, Vegas! It's gorgeous when you come up on Vegas, and I'm glad we stopped there. I mean, the other place we slept was Cheyenne, Wyoming, which, by the way, they have one of the greatest sub sandwiches ever. It's called Silvermine Subs. That's in Cheyenne, Wyoming. They're also in Denver, so go check that out. But here we are, finally headed to Vegas. What a sight for sore eyes, the gorgeous Las Vegas Strip. And I forgot to mention, the reason why we stopped at Vegas, we went like 10 hours out of our way because I didn't want to drive across what's called Donner Pass, where you have to chain your tires and all this stuff. It sounded horrifying to me, so I went to my favorite place on earth, Las Vegas, the only place I vacation. Well, now I'm going to be vacationing in Chicago because I'm moving to California. But we stayed at Virgins. They had cheap rooms, and look at this awful view. And if I'm in Vegas, I have to gamble. The only slot machine I would ever play, the Wheel of Fortune slot machine, had like $1 million progressive. So I was trying to win the million. Then I played roulette, then craps. There goes the dice. Crapped out, loser. I played blackjack, lost on that. Pretty much lost everything, and I headed out of Vegas. There's Allegiant Stadium. That's where the Raiders play. Beautiful place. And then headed to California. And let me tell you what I'm trying to do with this My Radio Life series. I'm going to do more episodes. I want to inspire the next crop of radio talent. If you're young and you want to do radio, you could still do it. It's still awesome. It's such an amazing thing to be a part of. Look at that bird there, too. That was the best thing I saw. And then this dust storm, of course. But I want to inspire people to do radio. I want to help you get into radio. Oh, we made it. California. Here we are. And if you have questions, if you have any questions about getting into radio, please hit me up at Abe Cannon. You can hit me up here where you're watching this, whatever. I want young people to get into radio. I want you to do a radio show. I want you to be inspired by radio. And I finally made it. Here I am, my new job, Odyssey, Sacramento. It's actually in Roseville, California. Look at that. I'm official. Scan in. There it is. Gorgeous. 98 Rock, one of the greatest radio stations in the country. Thank you, 98 Rock. Hit the Odyssey app, of course. You can listen for free. I'm on live 3 to 7, Monday through Friday. I'm going to have more episodes. And here's something crazy. They have just wild turkeys running around California. I'll talk about that next time. Thanks for watching.